G'day everybody, it's Master Yoda here, and I hope you guys are all doing well. The title of today's video is, it's going to be a series of videos called PUA, Why It Doesn't Work. And part one is going to be, well, it's going to be the obvious one. The first cap off the rank is going to be, oh, your looks don't matter. The old looks don't matter lie is probably the lie that's made the scam PUA industry all of its millions. I mean, to suggest that your looks don't matter, it's just, to me, it's just pure insanity. I mean, okay, if looks didn't matter, then why are things like the cosmetics industry, the plastic surgery industry, why are those industries multi-billion-dollar industries? Because how people feel about themselves is often connected to how they look and how they look to other people. Yeah, like I said before, the cosmetic surgery industry, the cosmetics industry, obviously the industries that make things like shampoos and makeup and stuff like that. Well, if looks wasn't an issue, why are these industries billion-dollar industries? Because as we all know, as we're all aware, how a person looks or how good they look is that's what makes people feel good about themselves, how they look and what other people think of them. So your looks do matter, especially when it comes to male-female intimate relationships. But obviously the scam PUA industry like to downplay the importance of looks because, well, hey, you can't make money out of telling the truth, can you? I mean, if the PUAs actually had any ethics or morals, or good luck with that. They would refuse to take the money off unattractive men who they know have got no chance with women. Or they should be honest with these men, say, look, before we can help you, you need to looks max. Otherwise, you're just wasting your time. But no, the scumbag PUAs, they take these men's money. They take the money from these unattractive men and make them all these false promises. Oh, if you learn game, you'll be picking up hot women all the time. No, you won't. But in the last few years, the PUA scammers have kind of watered it down a bit. What they'll say something like, "Oh, your looks do matter, but not as much as you think." And a little while ago, I was listening to some PUAs debating, and they say, "Oh, your looks matter, but they only reckon it's only about between 20 to 30%." No, it's closer to 100%. This is just my opinion. I think, with regards to getting genuine attraction from women, genuine sexual attraction and desire from women, I'd say it's about probably 95% looks. The remaining 5% is your ability to just hold a normal conversation, don't act like a dickhead, and just be able to interpret that woman's body language and social cues. So yeah, I'd say it's close to 95% looks, with the 5% being the things I just mentioned. Being able to hold a normal conversation, don't be a dickhead, don't be too weird or creepy, and just to be able to read her body language and social cues. But you've got to pass that looks test with a woman, and once again, you have to see her. You have to observe her body language. Is it warm? Is it warm and inviting, or is it cold and dismissive? Another thing that PUAs don't discuss. So, no, guys, your looks do matter. They're critically important to attracting the ladies. I know the PUA scammers like to downplay the importance of looks, but once again, you can't make money out of telling the truth. And PUAs get very they get very shitty when you push them on that. They say, oh no, I mean, your looks do matter, but not as much as you think, or they underquote the percentage, the importance of, like saying, oh, it's only 20, your looks are only 20 to 30% of the grade. No, it's not 20 to 30%. No way. Much higher than that. Much higher than that. I mean, for example, if you go on a dating site or app, your photo of you or your picture of you is the only thing that woman's got to go by. I mean, you can write the most engaging thing in your profile or your bio, but that's going to mean nothing if the woman doesn't like the way you look. Another thing, and the PUA scammers like to say, oh well, but online dating is not real life. Well, I'm sorry, it is real life, because a lot of men and women are turning to these online dating platforms to either hook up with people or to seek long-term partners. Usually hooking up, especially with Tinder. So your looks you have to stand out in the looks department, and also we all know that dating sites and apps are all sausage fests. So unless your looks really stand out, as a man, the chance of you finding a woman on there are pretty close to nil. I read there was a report that came out that some poor guy, an inkwell, who's quite overweight, he had to swipe on 2 million women, and he only got, I think, a date or two. I don't know if those dates resulted in anything, but geez, I mean, how could he withstand that level of rejection? He must have a very sore thumb. I mean, how do you have the time? Yeah, but no, your looks do matter. So this thing that the PUA's pushed, that looks not mattering, or not mattering as much as you think, I'm sorry, that's just insanity, pure insanity. I mean, based on my life experience, and many other experiences of other members of the BP and Incore communities, yeah, your looks really do matter. I mean, many of us have been acquainted with or have known Chads, or good-looking guys who do well with the ladies, and we can see how women react to these guys. A lot of these Chads and Tyrones, particularly your Chads, they've got not just one or two women after, they've got tons of women chasing after them. I mean, look, I had to bring this up again, but my Chad friend on the cruise, I mean, obviously, we did our own thing. He did his thing, I did mine. But say if I was walking around the ship, and I happened to see him off in the distance, he'd always be surrounded by 3 or 4 women. Pretty much every night of the cruise. Not just one woman, but 3 or 4 women. So women will share a high value guy, a Chad. Oh, they will. I have a close Incorp friend of mine who does rideshare, and a couple of years ago he picked up a fellow. This man was a member of the Royal Australian Navy, and he picked him up from one of the docks, and he'd just come back from a couple of months at sea, and they're having a chat, and I'm making a bit of small talk, and this sailor, look, no harm, my mink friend taught him as a Chad or a Giga Chad, and he said that, oh look, just come back from 6 months at sea, and when I go back home, and when I turn on my answering machine to my phone, there's going to be all these women that are chasing after me. And when my friend saw this guy, and once he had no home, he'd believe it, because the guy was a Giga Chad or a Chad. And guys like that do have lots of women chase after them. Yeah. So no, guys, your looks definitely do matter, and the reason why the PUAs or PUA scammers and dating roaches like to downplay the importance of looks, because telling the truth is bad for business. And that's why if you go on YouTube now and you put in the BP, the dark pill, the ebony color one. Sorry, I can't say it because of YouTube. You'll find a whole lot of PUAs lashing out against the BP, calling us a bunch of losers. And the reason why they're lashing out against us is because we're bad for their business. We're bad for their business model. Because if men learn the truth, and fortunately more guys are starting to get the truth. I mean, some guys you can't save, but more and more guys are adopting the BP and say, look, your looks do matter. I think there was a study where it said that women make up their mind about a particular man within, I think, is it 13 milliseconds? Look, I mean, I don't know if that's the exact time, but either way, when a woman sees you, she pretty much makes up her mind within a couple of seconds. I don't know the exact amount, whether she's going to sleep with you or not. And if she does want to sleep with you, she will give you the choosing signals. She'll maintain eye contact. She'll constantly smile, or she could continually stare at you, like with my Chad friend on the cruise, the very first night of the cruise. The first Stacey that he slept with, she was staring at him for the best part of 15 minutes. Obviously, my Chad friend would have seen that, and then 24 hours later they ended up hooking up. So yeah, your looks as a man, they're critically important to your dating success or failure. Look, yeah, sure, the odd ugly guy gets lucky, but generally speaking, if you're an unattractive guy, and if you can't look smack your way out of being an inquire, hate to say it, but I think it's not your entire life, but your daily life. It's pretty much over. And if you're at the other end of the scale, if you're a Chad or a Giga Chad, well, you're going to be leaving the dating game on God mode or very easy mode. So no, guys, yeah, your looks do matter. I'm sorry, they do. I mean, once again, why is the cosmetics industry, the plastic surgery industry, multi-billion dollars? What other industries? For example, places that do hair transplants or put on hair put hair systems on bald men or balding men. That's a multi-billion-dollar industry. Huh? Or people get plastic surgery, the cosmetics, and I believe one form of cosmetic surgery, and look, guys, never do this. Is this leg lengthening surgery where what they do is they break your bones and they extend your thing and make you a bit taller. Don't do it, guys, because even if the operation is successful, well, as successful as it can be, you're probably going to end up being a cripple. And I'd rather be an able-bodied inkwell than a disabled inkwell, because yeah, no, it's just that stuff's nuts. That's insane. I can understand men getting hair transplants, nose jobs, other bits of other types of cosmetic surgery, but not leg lengthening surgery. No, that's no. Yeah, and another big industry that proves that your looks do matter. Look at guys go to the gym and try and gym sell their way out of inkledom. That's another big industry. Many years ago, back in the early '90s, I watched a documentary about the use of steroids in sport. It was called More Than a Game, and they interviewed this American detective. He busted a steroids operation that was going on in an American high school run by one of the students. And this is what the American this is what the detective said. He goes, "Oh yes, men take steroids to get muscles to get the girls." What he's referring to there is when men look smacks or gym sell to get a more muscular physique to attract women. Yeah, so there's another example of another multi-billion-dollar industry where people try and improve their looks. Although I have to say, you should never touch steroids or that TRT. That stuff's poison. You should never touch that stuff. But anyway, guys, that's all to say on the topic. If you'd like to leave your likes, comment, and subscribe, and I'll speak to you soon. You guys have a great day. Bye for now.